Mass shooting in Half Moon Bay exposed the poor living and working conditions of California farm workers. And now a major new study is shedding more sobering light on their experiences. It's an issue that's getting the attention of Washington. On Tuesday, a Half Moon Bay advocate for farm workers will attend President Biden's State of the Union as the guest of Congresswoman Anna Eshoo. Mary Lee got a chance to talk to her about her team's tireless efforts to support these essential workers.
Dr. Belinda Hernandez-Arriaga and her team at ALAS are providing critical services to farm worker victims and their families. She said she's honored to attend President Biden's State of the Union address. She said the national attention on farm workers' deplorable living and working conditions is long overdue. Belinda and her team at ALAS were there at the mushroom farm providing services to farm workers just an hour before last week's mass shooting. Belinda says it's so important to support farm workers and their health, both physically and emotionally.
Emotional stressors, the psychological stress, the trauma really pushed me to say we can no longer stay quiet. We can no longer not be present. We need to bring urgent support and create a network or like a base of community strength.
A new study from UC Merced is the largest ever conducted on the health and well-being of the nation's most disadvantaged workforce. It found between 1/3 and 1/2 of farm workers reported having at least one chronic condition. 49% reported being without health insurance. And when it came to mental health, 14% said they felt depressed or hopeless.
1 in 5 experience not being paid wages that are earned by the employer. So all of those things, that doesn't surprise you, huh?
Nope, doesn't surprise me at all.
Joaquin Jimenez is the vice mayor of Half Moon Bay and ALAS farm worker program director. His parents and grandparents were all farm workers.
What happens in the farm worker community, is I take it personal, right? I take it very personal because, both my grandfathers were farm workers. Many relatives, my parents' brothers and sisters were also farm workers. My parents, retired farm workers. And it's been very difficult.
Belinda hopes when she's in D.C., President Biden will listen to what she has to say.
It's time that we make these changes. There's dire consequences when this is not happening, and the years of trauma that they've endured on behalf of all of us, the time is now. We hope Washington hears.
President Biden's State of the Union address is next Tuesday night. The ALAS team will be watching together, grateful for the national spotlight on this important issue and hoping for change.
One of the farms at the center of the shooting has vowed to make changes. California Terra Garden is promising to build new permanent homes for workers and their families, a project expected to take a year.